The fight over Missouri's new congressional map will go before a judge next week. A voting rights group has been collecting signatures to get the issue on the ballot next November. But Missouri's Secretary of State argues many signatures are not valid. Here's First Alert 4's Capitol reporter, Hannah Falcon.
A court case is now on pause as tens of thousands of signatures to recall Missouri's new congressional map hang in the balance. A Cole County judge will hear the case next week. It was originally supposed to be today, but has been delayed. Before the delay, I was able to gather information on both sides. The group behind a petition to recall Missouri's new congressional map, People Not Politicians, is suing the Secretary of State, claiming he's trying to sabotage their efforts. Missouri Secretary of State Denny Hoskins first rejected the petition because Governor Mike Kehoe had not yet signed the new map into law. But now that Hoskins approved a version of the petition for circulation, he says he will reject any signatures collected prior to that. In a statement, Hoskins says every Missourian deserves confidence that the ballot measures will follow the law, not out-of-state agendas or confusion campaigns. Missouri values fairness and integrity, and this process reflects that. But People Not Politicians already collected 92,000 of the more than 100,000 signatures needed to get the petition in front of voters.
We're going to submit those signatures and are confident that they should count.
Richard Von Glahn with People Not Politicians says what Hoskins is doing is an overreach of power.
That seems to be an attempt to silence voters and impede the referendum process.
If People Not Politicians win the legal battle and get enough signatures, then the voters of Missouri will decide whether or not to enact the new map. Reporting in Jefferson City, I'm Hannah Falcon.